How have our very beautiful blue oceans suddenly begun to turn acidic, placing every sea creature in checkmate? This endgame for sea creatures might also hit closer to home. Imagine planning a swim at the beach, only to realize the water has grown so acidic it irritates your skin. And that's just a couple of minutes swim. Imagine if you could never get out of the water. The sea creatures, unlike us, cannot simply get out of the water. This leads us to our friend Jerry the phytoplankton, who is a tiny plant in the ocean. Imagine him as the grass in a park where animals feed. If he has problems growing, it can affect all the other sea creatures. Like you and me, he normally likes to hang out with his lads, the other phytoplanktons, soaking up sun rays. Together, they're like nature's own recycling crew, taking CO2, yeah, that stuff we all breathe out, and flipping it into oxygen. Pretty awesome, right? But here's the deal. Jerry's home is getting flooded with CO2 way faster than he and his buddies can handle, cranking up the ocean's acidity and messing with their vibe. Now, let's take a plunge into the world of brilliant minds tackling these oceanic challenges. Leading the charge are Stephanie Dutkiewicz, J. Jeffrey Morris, Michael J. Follows, Jeffrey Scott, Orly Levitan, Sonia T. Dyerman, and Ilana Berman Frank. These geniuses dove deep into some epic experiments and stumbled upon discoveries that are totally mind-blowing. They've deciphered the survival strategies of tiny sea plants, like our buddy Jerry, in the face of ocean acidification caused by too much CO2. All their hard work culminated in a majestic paper titled Impact of Ocean Acidification on the Structure of Future Phytoplankton Communities, Mapping a Future for Our Oceans. Imagine phytoplankton as diverse as characters in a movie. Each species reacts differently to the acid test. Some phytoplankton not only endure the onslaught of acidification, but emerge even mightier, thriving in the altered seascape. Picture them as the cool characters in video games who level up when things get hard, their growth rates zooming up as if they've hit a secret power-up. They're the proof that even when the ocean throws its worst at them, they can come back stronger and more awesome than ever. But here's the twist. Not all of our tiny ocean heroes are winning this battle. Imagine some of them like the underdogs in your favorite video games or movies, facing a challenge they weren't ready for. As the ocean gets more acidic, it's like their superpowers are getting zapped, making it tough for them to grow and thrive. They're the strugglers, trying their hardest to keep up in a game where the rules have suddenly changed. This squad is in a real pinch, dealing with a future that looks pretty bleak. Their home, the vast and vibrant underwater world they're used to, is under attack by an invisible enemy, too much CO2. It's like they're on a mission that's become way harder, trying to survive when their very environment is turning against them. Here's the deal. Depending on whether our tiny phytoplankton heroes can adapt to the rising tide of ocean acidification, or if they buckle under the pressure, the ocean's food chain could get a major makeover. Imagine diving into the ocean 50 years from now and finding a place that's as different from today's seas as a smartphone is from a telegraph. Wild, right? In this future seascape, some phytoplankton groups might evolve into super performers, thriving like never before and becoming the stars of the marine show. This could mean new types of fish and sea creatures coming into the spotlight, ones that we might not even know about yet, thriving on the success of these phytoplankton winners. But flip the coin, and you've got a scenario where the phytoplankton that can't keep up with the changing ocean conditions start to fade away, taking down their dependent marine creatures with them. This could lead to some of our favorite seafood and marine animals becoming as rare as a vintage comic book. What this all boils down to is a high-stakes game of adaptation and survival, where the resilience and versatility of phytoplankton could dictate the future of the entire marine food web. It's like a giant, real-life experiment where nature is testing out different outcomes and we're all here to see how it plays out. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the future of our oceans, where the tiny phytoplankton hold the keys to a world of change. Smash that like button like you're smashing CO2 levels with all your might. Share this video to spread the word and turn the tide on ocean acidification. And hey, if you're diving into our channel for the first time, hit subscribe and ring that bell. You won't want to miss out on our next journey into the fascinating mysteries of our world. So, what are you waiting for? Like, share, subscribe, and join us as we explore the wonders of the earth and beyond. Let's make a splash and keep the adventure going.